Hi guys, it's Star the Flippin Hippo. Thank you for joining us on our YouTube channel at Flippin Hippos. Today we're going to talk about diversifying onto Poshmark and Mercari and getting out of our comfort zones. So, as I mentioned in my vlog last week, and I think I've mentioned it in several videos, eBay sales have slowed down for many of us. And when your sales slow down, there's two things you can do to help yourselves drum up more business. You can diversify yourself, meaning get different items than you already have in eBay, up in eBay. So if you're mostly clothes, now you're putting in plush, now you're putting in video games, whatever you can source in your area. And then the other way is to get your items in front of more eyeballs, which means cross-posting onto different and various platforms. So Keith and I chose to branch out to Poshmark and Mercari, and then we're going to start tackling some Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist as the summer goes on. Right now, we don't put a lot of our items on Craigslist or the Facebook Marketplace just because of our personal time constraints and our schedules. Doesn't really give us that much free time to meet people in person to sell our items. My schedule's packed very, very, very full as it is. I'm constantly, every single day, every second, every minute is spoken for. And then, of course, Keith still works outside of the home in addition to running the business with me. So it's kind of hard for us to meet people outside of the house. It's not to say that we haven't ever sold on Craigslist. We have in the past, like our Nerf guns. We like to sell Nerf guns in big bulk lots, and just to cut out the middleman and the fees and the shipping that can be really expensive, we do sell those in person. And so I mean, I would like to get into Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist, but that's going to be something that's down the road for us. I feel like when we increase our profits each month and Keith can finally quit his job and join me at home and do this full time, that will be something we can look into at that point, because I'll have him here full time. So instead of him just focusing every day on getting up his 20 to 30 listings, he'll have more time to do more stuff. I might actually be able to do more videos. I don't know. We'll see. We're aiming for the fall. We think by the beginning of the fall, Keith will be able to quit his job and join me at home, so he gets to fire his boss. But that's down the road. So right now, the way our schedules are, I am able to fit in an hour and a half a day, split into chunks to focus on Posh. I'm coming at this a different way than most people, mainly because I never really wanted to do Posh. I never really wanted to get involved in the pyramid and the social site. To me, I want to just do my job. I just want to work. I want to go out and thrift. I want to go out and source. I want to bring my items home. I want to get them photographed, and I want to list them, and then run promoteds, run sales, maybe share them on Instagram, and but I never wanted to get involved in a platform that requires me to do so much legwork as far as sharing and liking and following and social media. I feel like I have my hands full enough with Instagram. And I also like Instagram because that's more of a real connection. Like, the people I interact with on Instagram within the reselling community, we're there really to make friends and talk with each other and learn from each other. And Posh is all about everybody sharing to become an ambassador and to sell. And there's nothing wrong with that. Those of you that do well on Posh and enjoy it, I am so happy for you, because it's not my cup of tea. But I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying doing Posh is wrong. I'm saying Posh is not the right fit for my personality or the way I attack a job or the way I want to work. But there's nothing wrong with it. If it's your cup of tea and you're successful with it, that is awesome. It's just not for me. But it's going to be for me. I'm going to do this. I said on my Instagram over the weekend when I first opened the closet, I am so far out of my comfort zone. I feel like a bull in a china shop. Like every time I go into Posh, I feel like I'm ruining something. I feel like I'm not posh enough to be on the platform. I feel like I don't know enough about fashion. I'm hashtag fashion dumb, y'all know that. And I'm just way out of my comfort zone, but I love it. I love it because in order to succeed in life, we should be stepping outside of our comfort zone. And we should every day, every single day of your life, you should be doing at least one thing, whether it's tiny or big, that takes you outside of your comfort zone, because that is the only way you are ever going to succeed in life. You cannot get into a rut within your comfort zone and stay there and expect things to become different for you or succeed. It's like Einstein's quote, the true definition of insanity is to continue to do the same things every single day and expect different results. So if our sales are slowing down, I can't continue just listing on eBay and running the promoted listings and running sales, because that's what I'm already doing. And if I keep doing that and expecting different results, it's not going to happen. That's the definition of insanity. Yes, my sales will go up and down. Yes, they'll do better if I list more, if I list every day, if I run the sales, if I play the game with Cassini, if I do the great keywords. Yeah, sales can get better, but I want different results, okay? We are moving forward in our business plan to increase our profits, our capital, to get Keith home with me. I want him here. I want him working full-time from home. I want him to 100% be his own boss the way I am my own boss. And I don't want to see him have to get up at 5 in the morning and go out and work for someone else. Go out and bust his ass every day to line someone else's pockets. This eBay store was his dream. And he made the sacrifice of continuing to work outside the home and allow me to work from home when I hurt my back and I became disabled, and it was clear that I could not go back to work. And I 100% love him so much and appreciate him for that. That is a big sacrifice to make, to build up a business to where it is making enough to support you that you can quit your job and then saying, nah, I'll just give it to my girlfriend and I will continue to work outside of the home. So like our goal is to get him home with me. Our goal is to make more money. Our goal is to replace the money that we used for Vegas from our business money, our capital. Our goal is to grow. I don't want to get to a certain point and say, okay, we're comfortable. I want to get to a certain point and go, okay, this is great, we're comfortable, but can we do more? Can we be more? So in order to do that, you have to step out of your comfort zone. And that can apply to so many things in life, personal life and work life. You got to get outside of that comfort zone. You just do. You should be doing one thing every day that's out of your comfort zone. And then you can see different results in your life and you will succeed. So, all that being said, I am 100% out of my comfort zone. This Poshmark is nowhere in my wheelhouse. But I'm enjoying it, and I feel like I'll get comfortable, because I can remember a time when Keith taught me how to list on eBay, and my very first listing, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to do this right, I'm nervous. And when I go back and look at some of my old photographs, or the way I used to write titles, they were terrible. They were absolutely 100% horrible. I got better through practice. I got better through becoming more knowledgeable, watching my favorite YouTubers, learning from them, joining the Facebook groups, joining Instagram. So I just practiced, researched, took advice from more seasoned sellers than I, and I became very good at eBay. I would say we have mastered eBay. So it's time to move on to something else. So I'm going to be approaching Posh a different way than most people do. And that's just because my mind is different than most people's. I'm very like rigid on a schedule. I like routines. So I'm breaking my Posh into 3 sessions a day, for the following and the sharing and the social aspect of it, about 15 to 20 minutes a session. And that way, because I'm hitting it 3 times a day, I'm kind of staying on top of it. This platform blows up, y'all. Look, I just last night, before I went to bed, last night, it was like 1 in the morning, I went through and cleared my notifications, followed everybody back, and shared stuff. And can you see it? 99 new notifications in 10 hours. So this platform definitely moves very quickly. So I don't want to like sit down like 1 time a day and spend the hour and a half on it. I want to do little chunks throughout the day, so hit it in the morning, the afternoon, and the evening, and maybe even possibly before bed when I'm just laying around on my heating pad. And take care of the social aspect that way, maybe get to know some of my poshers. And then I will be just moving a couple things a day from eBay over for now. Eventually, I hope to get to a point where I'm like spending an hour a day listing 10 or more items on Posh. The same way that I spend, I do 2 hours a day on eBay. But eventually maybe I can cut that back and do an hour on eBay and an hour on Posh. We will see how things go. Because I am the one that stays home full time, I have to be doing the brunt of the work on eBay. I can't expect him to kill himself between his 2 jobs. So for now, I timed myself yesterday. I have 2 items in my store. You can see them. It's a Robert Graham shirt and some Miss Me jeans that I moved over from eBay. It took me 15 minutes to do 2. But I also, I was having issues. I don't save our photos. So like once I list something on eBay, I throw the photo away. Well, it's in my recycling folder, but that gets cleared out once in a while. So I was having technical difficulties, and I had to like look up a YouTube on a couple of things and kind of get used to it. And I did 2 in 15 minutes. And then just as like a trial and error, I pulled up our Mercari. I guess that's called the store. I don't know. Our Mercari boutique, whatever it is. I pulled that up after I'd done these 2 on Posh, and I did 4, I think. 3 or 4. So obviously Mercari and Posh are very similar. They're both a lot easier to list on than eBay. There's a lot less information you have to put in. The title's shorter. There's less information. I feel like it's easier overall. And then like once I put my feet in to the Posh pond and got my toes wet, then I went and tried Mercari. I already was faster at getting the photos from eBay and copy pasting my description and my title over. So I did yesterday was my first time listing on both apps. And like I said, I ran a timer for 15 minutes just to see how much I could do. I typically do like 10 an hour on eBay. So that comes down to 2.5 every 15 minutes. Because if it's 10 an hour, then it's 5 every half. Yeah, it's 2.5 every 15 minutes. So if I am doing 3 to 4 every 15 minutes on Posh and Mercari, those are definitely a lot easier to list on. They're faster. Obviously, I'm copying from eBay, so a lot of the information is being copy-pasted. So it is going to go quicker. But that, for now, is my goal. I'm going to spend like 15 to 20 minutes a day just kind of moving stuff over and being really picky and moving more of our luxury items like the Robert Graham shirt, the Miss Me jeans. And then I'm also going to be probably moving 2 or 3 things a day on Mercari just to help Keith out. Again, he doesn't have as much time as I do, and he still has to list on eBay each night. So he's going to spend some time on the weekends moving stuff to Mercari. And we're still doing Bonanza. I know I've mentioned Bonanza to you guys before. That's one that links into eBay. It pulls your listings over, ends them when they sell on eBay. It's like basically a set it and forget it platform, but nothing ever sells on there. We've sold like 2 things since October. But yeah, this is us diversifying. This is us cross-posting. And this is me trying Poshmark and getting outside of my comfort zone. So I'll keep you guys updated on how this goes for us. I'm excited. It's something new. It's something that could potentially increase our profits. It could potentially get us that much closer to Keith joining me at home. So I'm excited. And you guys do something this week that takes you outside of your comfort zone. I don't care if it's about your business, your personal life, or a relationship, a friendship, maybe parking somewhere new, going to a different store. Do something. I challenge you to do one thing this week that takes you outside of your comfort zone so that you can grow as a person. If you guys would like to, leave me comments down below. I would appreciate it too if you could smash that like button for me. If you haven't already and you would like to, please subscribe to our channel and help us feed a hungry hippo. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And now Posh, we are at Flippin' Hippos. Until next time, you guys have a good night.